every day I wake up and I can barely, it's harder and harder to get out of out of bed. And I think the deal is, I'm kind of reading it wrong. The deal is my body's so tired from the rape and the satanic ritual and the directed energy that it feels like I'm getting attacked harder. But really what I think it is that my body is so worn down that it hurts a lot more. So it's like I'm not getting used to it. My body's been just ritual raped and cooked so much that when they do stuff even at a medium level, it's hurting me more because my body just can't take it. My body just can't take the the torture and the rape. They do stuff, the remote neural manipulation and V2K. I've learned to kind of live with those things. The V2K, I can buffer down. I had some EMF headgear on earlier. And Dave's CD does tone it down after you listen to the CD. So they go for the just torturing the crap out of me to where like they were hitting me in my chest. When I was sleeping, I woke up and I realized that I could start breathing again. So while I'm asleep, they're remote neural manipulating. They're remote neural manipulating my lungs. So they're remote neural manipulating my brain, and it's affecting my autonomic nervous system and shutting down my lungs basically, so that I can't breathe when I sleep. And then they're pile driving an external microwave hit right into my chest. To go ahead and microwave those lungs while they don't have air in them. And so I'll wake up and I feel like my head it has such a headache. I mean, it's getting so gruesome. I mean, it was at the beginning. So, like, when I say it's getting so gruesome and satanic, it was really gruesome and satanic from the beginning. It's just my body is so worn out that it seems the perspective for me is that it's a lot worse when they're really not using much more energy than they were at the beginning. And I've defended a little bit better, but my body, just from every day and every second of the day, dealing with this, has just become worn down. I'm looking for my 1,000th wind, as a bunch of you guys probably are. My 100,000th millionth wind. When I wake up, I put on Dave's CD or I'll, play some video games or something. And I feel better. When I sleep, they really, really get to me. I kind of have a philosophy that, if they had to stop when we were sleeping, I'd be fine, because the body really has a lot of conscious defenses. When you're conscious, can defend a lot of these things, and your body can kind of get taught when it's being attacked. When you're sleeping, you just kind of go limp, and you're just taking all the microwaves and electromagnetic frequencies in. But I'm working on some new defenses. I'm gonna build my enclosure, maybe put some other materials besides aluminum and the thermal blankets and the copper on them, and maybe put some argon mesh. And then I'm gonna maybe get some more stuff for my head, to put some more layering on my head, so that may make it better. It's ridiculous, because we need to be able to, we should be able to get help, and people, checking this stuff out. They have the technology to check frequencies and stuff. The Sheriff's Department does, the FBI does. All these people have the technology to find this stuff and know where it's coming from, and they're just not doing it because the contractors are making money and it's a fear system. But hopefully soon enough they'll be forced to, the more people that come out and give testimonies, which, some positive things is are on YouTube. There's a lot more testimonies, coming out all the time. And I think that's from the Techno Crime Fighters Forum and a lot of other people, really organizing, and, Elle Free putting her talk she calls on there. So lots more testimonies. We got to just super saturate until it tips over. Until this tips over, because it's so satanic. The pain is just, I've had an autoimmune disorder, I've told y'all, and this pain is just so much worse. It's like a whole body pain. It goes down from the sides of my face, around my neck, and then to my chest and my back, and it's just like I can barely move, and I feel like I didn't get to breathe during my sleep. And then I have to just talk to my parents this weekend and try not to talk about it, because if I talk about it, they get angry, and they're being attacked too, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm getting really tired. And nobody, I guess we're getting close to people helping us. I just don't want to. I've been doing it for so long. Like every video I make, I'm like, yeah, we're getting there, and we really are. Like with the Techno Crime Fighters Forum, and the Talk Shoe Calls being a success, and PAX doing things, and then the Vice document. It's slowly getting there. Millions of people being cooked alive, and we're slowly getting people to believe that it's happening. Do you see where my anger is there? It's a lot of people who need help right away. They need medical help, and they need psychological help, not because they're crazy or imagining things in delusion, but because their brains are being cooked. They have brain injuries, so they need psychological and medical attention immediately, and we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting people to admit that something like this exists. So I'm a little bit angry, and but we are getting there. It's just at a stupid retard level. It's a stupid, like, oh, millions of kids being cooked alive and thrown into mental institutions. Well, we'll watch some videos about it instead of like police and military mobilizing to find these people. And it's ridiculous how it's like, even if these people wanted to secretly do this, I would understand how maybe we couldn't catch them, but they're being paid money, so it's not like they're sitting there on their own dime. If they were sitting there on their own dime, I doubt it would be as hard. They wouldn't be there all the time. They'd have to go get their own work and then kind of maybe do it at night or something like that. But they're making money. It's their job to cook people alive with this stuff, and to mess with their minds with remote neural manipulation and entrainment. And the longer they sit there, the more locked they get, the more of a radio receiver thing they get on your mind. It took them years with me, like years. I was like, they're never going to get a connection and be able to do any kind of images or any kind of stuff like that, because it was just taking so long. But if they just sit there for decades and torture somebody, and then, keep on, making them not able to breathe in their sleep so their brain is less defended, they can get that lock, that radio receiver thing, and then there's some of us with implants, and all of us with nanoparticulates or a fungal infection or Morgellons or whatever you want to call it. So a lot of redundant systems is the word that I use. I'm making myself depressed here, guys, so I hope I'm not making y'all depressed. We are getting somewhere. Just in my situation, I slept a long time, and they get me in my sleep, so just take it as that. I'll feel better in a couple of hours. I hope y'all are doing all right. I hope y'all found something good for defense that really works against. If you found something that works really good against everything, and you're sitting comfortable and you don't mind leaving it in my comments, please leave it in my comments. Or if you do want to keep it a little bit secret and not tell too many people, please email me at vulcanwolverine@gmail.com. I've kind of slacked off of the cleansing regimen. I take the supplements, but I don't do an Epsom salt bath and a borax with palm olive every day, which I should be. I should be cleansing, and I'm kind of worried that they've gotten some toxins in those things that I use to cleanse, because they've got so many people around me. They get the guy up top, and then both the guys to the side are involved in the gang stalking. The guy up top, I think, has weapons and maybe be breaking in, because all he has to do is walk down the stairs, break into my house, and then go back up. And there's no camera. The camera in the atrium doesn't see past that staircase. So Not a great situation. And my mom bought that condo, and I'm paying her money on it to stay there, and I'm stuck there. And so that's when they got real people around me. Like the other place, I was maybe gonna stay, maybe not, and so they weren't getting a lot of people around there. Plus, it was an older woman with her disabled son who was they were cool. They didn't go and ask them because they just weren't the right type. And that I got lucky on that one. The guy upstairs, I kind of thought he was playing around with some harassment, but I don't think he had any weapons. The guys around me now, it looks like the guy to the side of me is ex-military, has that kind of haircut, and he has military clothes. And then the guy upstairs, I haven't seen him yet. Like, I haven't seen him at all. And what that means to me is, if we haven't seen each other just by chance, like living by each other for months and months, and we haven't seen each other walk out at random, that means he's avoiding me seeing him, to me. Because the probability, you would see the person who lives above you. You'd see him at one point opening his door or walking somewhere, and I haven't seen him at all. So he does not want me to see him. So I'm probably going to go up and just knock on his door and just be like, hey, just wanted to meet you, just to get his face, just to see his face. That's all I can do. I mean, I want to say, do you have any weapons in here, because I'm being hit? But you can't really say that, because then, he'll go to the manager and say, this guy downstairs, he's asking me if I have weapons in my place, while he's microwaving my head while asleep, because nobody believes it's going on. All right, guys.